Welcome back to the Neuro Clinic. Thank you for joining us again. I'm your host, Dr. Casey Oliver, and joining us today is our very special guest, Dr. John Chambers, who runs the Neuro Clinic in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Like Dr. Oliver said, my name is John Chambers. I am a chiropractic physician. I also practice functional neurology, as they do here. We've been friends for quite a while, and the Neuro Clinic in Oregon is my version of what they do here. I grew up a little differently. I grew up in functional medicine world and was trained then in the functional neurology world. So when I see things that are happening, my first instinct is to look at how the immune system works. How does the immune system work versus metabolism, all the different things that then feed into the neurology world. So my goals are the same as theirs are. I try to come at it from two different perspectives as well.
So here's a little explanation about how the two of us met. Dr. Hatch and I, we were working a full day Thursday, and we had committed to going down for a seminar over the weekend. It was a Friday, Saturday. We did a little bit of Sunday too, down in San Diego. So we left here after a full day, about 6 p.m., bombed it down to San Diego as fast as we could because the seminar was starting the next day. And Dr. Chambers was there waiting for us in the hotel. And that was a really fun experience. The seminar was all about mastering brain chemistry. That was actually taught by a Dr. Datis Karazian, who practices out of Carlsbad, California. And it was a really, really fun weekend. We got to finally meet each other because Dr. Hatch had already known Dr. Chambers for a long time before that. And so the rest is kind of history. We keep in really close contact, even though he's up in Oregon. We're down here in Utah. Whenever there's a question, I'll give him a call and try to pick Dr. Chambers' brain because he's a brilliant guy.
So because of our long relationship and the length of time that I've known Dr. Hatch, I was looking to revamp the way that I was practicing. I've been in practice since 2009. Was licensed in 2008, and so I had other things going, and I had worked for another doctor and had all these things that were in my practice already, the functional medicine side of things. As I began to study the neurology aspects of things, I noticed that functional medicine is incomplete without the neurology. Also, the neurology seems incomplete without the functional medicine. And so, as I was looking to re-identify or reinvent myself and my clinic, I was talking to these guys, and they actually offered, Dr. Hatch offered first for me to use the Neuro Clinic, and I thought as kind of a tribute to our friendship and a tribute to what we were all on track to do, it would be very cool to share that name and share the responsibility that comes with that reputation.
So as you can tell, Dr. Chambers, obviously he doesn't work for us. Dr. Chambers is an extremely competent, well principled chiropractic physician, and his specialty is exactly the same as ours. We always felt comfortable, being able to open up and being willing to share the name. It's just a name, but it's a cool name, and we've liked it. And so that's why that was our dream, as Dr. Hatch has explained previously. We want to be the Neuro Clinic. That's us. And so Dr. Chambers is up doing great things in Grants Pass, Oregon, and we're proud that he carries that name.
The question then we get is, what's different between the Neuro Clinic in Utah and different in Grants Pass, Oregon? Mostly it's where we want to live, right? That's the biggest thing. But these great friends of mine down here, they practice differently. They have been trained in neurology first and foremost. I have a different perspective, and I believe it is not different or not better or worse, just different in that I come at things from both directions. I want to know, can your nervous system support the way that your metabolism is working, and vice versa. If you don't have blood sugar control or oxygen control, you don't have nervous tissue control. And if you don't have any of those things working together for you, you're going to be sick. You're going to have symptoms. And that is what we're looking to do, is improve people's quality of life through natural medicine. Natural medicine is a different attitude. It's not necessarily that we don't use the same testing or that we don't believe the same things that traditional or allopathic medicine is proving. The studies are the same. In my opinion, what we do is we try to intervene before things get bad. I guarantee you, if you come to my practice and you have cut your arm off, I will send you to the emergency room. I'm not geared for that kind of medicine. At the same time, though, I believe that emergency medicine practiced in hospitals is not necessarily geared to treat the things that I do. More of the question is, how sick do you get before you notice that you're sick? For us, we do a full comprehensive blood panel. It's the same test, same labs as a medical doctor would use. What we do is look at them and try to understand what proper physiologic function is rather than just the pathology or the disease of your condition. And if we do that, oftentimes we can prevent disease, make dietary changes, make suggestions in supplementation, or even come back in and use neurology to facilitate the healing of the rest of your system. You can't have one without the other, and so our approach to that is to be, rather than very specialized, to be knowledgeable and to take our time and make people well. So some of the things that we can treat they're easy to treat. Your brain always needs, like I said, fuel. It has to have oxygen, it has to have sugar control. So some of the easiest things that you can do are dietary modifications. Just don't eat the garbage. Don't eat a ton of sugar. Don't eat a ton of food at once. Change little things at a time and get your exercise. Aggressive exercise and dietary restriction have been proven over and over again to be the best preventative medicine that's out there. Sometimes what we can do is aim it a little better than you would do on your own. But those are the biggest changes that you can make. If you want to modulate or control diabetes, type 1 or type 2, it doesn't really matter. You take in less explosive foods. The sugar shouldn't come up so fast that your system can't tolerate those changes. Likewise, a lot of times I'll treat people and they'll say, my energy is just bad. And we'll look at their blood panel and they're anemic. Or they have too much carbon dioxide. Whatever their system is dealing with, those are the things that we try to change. But the biggest changes that you can make in anyone are dietary and exercise changes. So it's a pandemic now, I think. I don't know if we can classify it that truthfully, but it is a worldwide issue that our systems are constantly pushed too hard. We have fatigue in our adrenal systems, and the natural world has been treating that for a long time. People from allopathic medicine don't necessarily believe in that, but they do believe that it's not a good idea to push yourself as hard as we do. Rest, relaxation, take a break from work, all of those different things. Sleep pattern problems are so prevalent in the world today because we do push ourselves too hard. Either our sleep cycle is completely reversed, we don't go to bed at night, we go to bed in the morning, or you just can't fall asleep or can't stay asleep. Those are all rhythmic patterns in your system. If you understand the rhythm, you can understand the reasoning behind that. And I believe that this is where the combination of neurology and functional medicine shines so well. Because a lot of times you won't have a purely metabolic cause for the sleep deprivation, nor will you have a purely neurologic cause, but it's somewhere in between. So you can't really divide that. For someone who is having a difficulty sleeping, a lot of times people will take melatonin. That's an end-chain hormone and very volatile. So it's not necessarily the best idea to do. But seeing a functional neurologist and having him understand whether or not your parasympathetics or sympathetics work in conjunction with metabolic control. Do my blood sugars stay too high in the evening? Do they drop too low in the evening? What does that relate to cortisol? All of the different questions that we've asked for a long time seem to be answered more appropriately when we use neurology and functional medicine together. As Americans, we have this idea that we don't want to, I don't want to push myself too hard. I don't want to fall apart. I don't want to, oh gosh, I'm tired. I just want to lay down on the couch. Those are the exact wrong things to do. Because our systems are designed evolutionarily. I mean, we've come from a long line of people who worked for their whole lives. Even if you just look in more recent genetics, my grandparents were farmers. Their grandparents were farmers. They all worked really hard. Our systems do best on exercise. So 30 to 45 minutes of exercise every single day. And be aggressive. 6 days a week minimum, you are out there getting exercise. And that doesn't have to be in a gym. It doesn't have to be on a lake. It can be in any of those different places. You can kayak, you can bike, you can lift weights if you like to, and those have extra benefits to them to lifting weights. But exercise is important. Just don't sit on the couch all day and watch TV, which will affect you both neurologically and metabolically. So it's been my pleasure to be here today in the office of Dr. Hatch and Dr. Oliver at the NeuroClinic in Utah. And I want to give a big thanks to them for allowing me the opportunity and the privilege to come and be in these videos. I also wanted to thank the viewers and people who are watching this and being exposed to the things that, in the direction I believe healthcare is going. It is my pleasure to practice in Grants Pass, Oregon. It's a wonderful place to be, a wonderful place to live. We are the NeuroClinic in Oregon. Our website is www.tncor.org, and you can reach us there. Our phone number is on the website. Give us a call if you have any questions or would like to be informed more on the things that we've been talking about. And as always, the people here at the NeuroClinic are wonderful people, and whether you're in Utah or in Oregon, we would love to help you get better, help you become more well. So thank you for tuning into this episode of the NeuroClinic, and we hope that you are healthy and happy, and that if you do need help, that we will be able to help you.